Wir schauen jetzt World Largest T-Shirt Cannon, weil dieses Thumbnail krank aussieht und von Mark Rober ist. Also, let's go.
This is a T-shirt cannon. And this is the cannon that just happens to shoot a T-shirt.
Das ist schon wieder so dumm.
That went farther than anticipated.
But to understand the convoluted path for how I ended up here, and eventually right here, and who the heck this kid is, we've got to first go back a few months, because that's when I was hanging out with my friend who had an odd request.
Explain what it is you're looking for from me.
Well, my dream is the world's
this is Jimmy Kimmel?
most powerful T-shirt cannon. A T-shirt cannon that could possibly kill.
Now, to be fair, his request sort of did make sense, given he had a college football bowl game named after him, and he didn't want to disappoint the fans. And I didn't want to disappoint a friend, so my first thought was to save myself a lot of time on the design by just shooting a T-shirt from an actual cannon. But to do that, I would need to answer one key question.
Just how powerful is a real cannon? And we're about to find out.
Gute Frage.
6 ounces of black
Komplett übertrieben. Ja, true.
powder behind a T-shirt in an actual Civil War cannon. Let's see what the heck happens. This is science.
And while we load that in, let's review the simple mechanics of how a cannon works. Basically, the gunpowder goes here, cannonball goes here. Then you light the gunpowder and it turns into a gas and expands very quickly. And then the gases are like, dude, it's suddenly way too crowded in this small space for us. We gotta get out of here. And because all these walls are way too strong, the best option is down the barrel. And since the ball happens to be in the way, it gets pushed along for the ride with all the escaping gas.
They just told me to keep my mouth open. I don't know why. Oh! Yes!
Hat's geschossen, aber ich glaube, das T-Shirt hat's auch einfach zerfetzt, oder?
I'm not sure the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl is gonna allow me to fire these into the crowd. I might
Ich glaube auch, dass die eher kaputt sind, die
have
T-Shirts.
to pivot.
So obviously an actual cannon was way too powerful, but to understand by just how much, it was time for the most on-brand measurement device I know,
Wassermelone.
the watermelometer.
It's watermelon time.
Das sieht schon krass aus. So, Kanonen. Melonen sehen schon crazy aus. Wenn ihr das jetzt als Clip nehmt und irgendwo hinschickt aus dem Kontext, ich finde euch.
So while we enjoyed the fruits of our labors, I was already thinking of a plan B, and I knew just where to turn. This is Anthony. He was being interviewed by the local news because he invented a really cool ventilator made out of Legos.
Right here, there is area for a oxygen
Mark Rober, Pulli, wie cool.
tube.
So after he explained how it works, they asked about his future life plans.
I want to be a mechanical engineer, and what would be amazing is if I would be able to do a co-op or something with the YouTuber Mark Rober.
With who?
No, als ob wie süß.
The YouTuber Mark Rober.
Oh.
Oh, he's my favorite YouTuber, so yeah, good luck.
Well, clearly only one of these three was going to be my future boss, so I tracked him down, and his parents told him one more local news station wanted to talk about his build.
Und er ist so, oh, nicht schon wieder ein Interview.
What's up,
Er so, what?
Anthony? I have an engineering challenge that I need some help on. Are you my guy?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
You know, have you ever seen in a game they have like T-shirt cannons?
Yeah.
I thought it would be cool to make the world's largest, most powerful T-shirt cannon for like a local high school game here. And this was a bit of a white lie. My real plan was to get Anthony to design it for me, then he would attend what he thought was an ordinary football game.
Hat das gebaut? Was, Alter? Was für ein Genie, Alter.
Then I would surprise him by showing up and telling him it was time to fire his creation in front of 50,000 people. But first I needed his idea, so we started riffing on how we could design this
Echt? Hat das mit ihm gemacht? Wie cool ist die Idee denn?
thing.
Together.
This back section we could kind of fill.
And then you have a giant pressure tank back here. It'd be funny if, I don't know, there was like a chariot beside it
Wie cool.
that held like a giant air tank in it.
So that, maybe in like that, we could hide it or something, right?
Yeah.
All right, pal. It's really great to meet you. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
And now that I knew what Anthony had in mind, all we needed was a 10-second build montage to make the thing.
Alter, das ist so eine coole Idee. Und Merch mit der Kanone teilst du Merch aus. Ich wollte es eigentlich nicht spoilern, Leute. Ich wollte es ja nicht spoilern.
Time to load the slug. This is about a 3-pound ball of rags. Let's see what happens. This is the first test fire. Here we go.
And there wasn't a lot of space at this location, so this first shot was about 1/3 full power.
3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Oh no, I think we killed the donkey.
Now it was up to me to go full sandlot and retrieve this thing.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
So thankfully, both me and the donkey survived, but it was time to head to a bigger field so we could really test the full capabilities of the cannon.
I dare anyone to get in my way.
Now I quickly want to
Ich glaube,
mention,
Deutschland dürfte sowas gar nicht bauen
really
wahrscheinlich.
appreciate the challenge ahead of us. You have to appreciate that SoFi, where the game was going to be played, is just a massive stadium.
Alter, wie
So the goal of the
groß
game
das
was for
ist.
Jimmy's sidekick Guillermo to be in the top row, and then Anthony, Jimmy, and I would be down on the field. So this is the correctly scaled shot that we'd have to hit. And since we know the
Das ist eine Distanz.
horizontal and vertical measurements to that seat, we placed a drone in the sky at that exact location, and our goal was basically to hit that drone.
That seems incredibly far away. I've never built anything that could remotely shoot that far. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh!
And that first shot was at about 2/3 full power, and you could see it was well short of the drone and had a trajectory sort of like this. It also presented some other issues.
Look at that bag, dude. Oh, did we bust? Oh, we ripped a hole. That's tapeable.
And after that, we decided just to give it all the power she had and cross our fingers.
This is the Big Mama, 500 PSI, 8 pounds. This is like a real life cannon. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Yeah, that tape didn't do so hot.
And considering our payload weighed 8 pounds, which is basically a gallon of milk, this was a bomb of a shot. But as you can see from the viewpoint of the top seat, it wasn't far enough. Now, I just want
Okay, du hast noch mehr Power.
to remind you, this is how far a normal wimpy t-shirt cannon shoots one shirt, whereas our cannon was shooting the equivalent weight of 25 shirts at this trajectory, and yet it still wasn't going to cut it. And so
Aber
we
was ist, wenn man einfach weniger Shirts
say
nimmt?
this I won't bore you with, but the punchline was that no matter what we tried, we couldn't make it to Guillermo in the top row. So I had to call Anthony to give him the bad news and try and figure out what to do next.
What's up, Anthony? How's it going, buddy?
It's been going really good.
And lucky for me, he'd been hard at work.
Yeah, really busy.
So we got right into it, and for the first issue of the bag ripping, he suggested we replace our canvas bag with something stronger.
Kevlar.
He had another suggestion to protect our bag, though.
Something to produce drag, like a parachute.
And then he went on to tell me how he'd anticipated this would be an issue, which is why he'd spent the last 2 weeks designing, building, and testing a system that could
Alter, was ist das für ein Genie, Alter?
release a parachute after a prescribed time delay, and that's when I realized he would be my boss sooner than I first anticipated. Next, he
Alter, was ist das für ein Genie-Kind?
told me 3 modifications to make it shoot farther, but before I tell you how he was exactly right, we need to review how the t-shirt cannon actually works. So it's the exact same principle as the real cannon, but instead of using gunpowder to make it explosion, to make it all super crowded with gas, you take a high-pressure tank like this and put some of that high-pressure air into this accumulator tank. And then once again, all the gas in that tank is like, it's way too crowded, we gotta get out of here. So when you open this valve, it's a mad dash down the barrel, and the t-shirt just happens to be in the way, so it goes for the ride just like the cannonball. And this is the same principle as shooting a spitball with a straw. It's the same principle that powered my Nerf gun, my Super Soaker, and pretty much any system that uses air to launch stuff. So his first suggestion was a bigger tank, and this makes sense because it would sustain the force on the t-shirt instead of like with a small tank where you just get a brief poof. And he went on to mention his second idea,
Or like a longer barrel so it can really get up to speed.
and this is also true, which is why rifles shoot faster bullets than handguns. And his third
Das ist, ich bin völlig geflasht von dem Jungen, das ist so cool.
suggestion was to increase the size of the
Ich finde das
connecting
auch gut,
tube
dass Mark Rober das so supportet.
here. So instead of necking down,
You could just have it go straight to the final diameter.
and that means there's no traffic jams as the air rushes out, which means it can get out faster. And so after that call, we went back and pretty much instituted all of Anthony's suggestions in some form or another. And I was feeling like we were back in the game. And so after another full day of testing, this is where we stood.
8-inch cannon, 13-pound mortar with the parachute, 500 PSI. Roll the drone, here we go. Fire! Parachute!
Parachute!
Big boss!
We basically shot nearly 2 gallons of milk over a 30-story building, and it traveled for 2.5 football fields, which put us way beyond the Guillermo spot. Plus, Anthony's parachute system kicked in at just the right moment, so his Kevlar bag landed in pristine shape.
And by the way, you might be wondering what's in this massive bag. Well, the world's largest t-shirt cannon naturally should shoot the world's largest t-shirt. Probably, I haven't looked it up, but this has got to be the world's largest. Look at this thing. So the next step is to actually head to SoFi and show this to the lawyers and see if they'll let us shoot it.
And right off the bat,
Alter, die Anwälte denken sich so, Digga, was ist denn heute los?
the lawyers were like, yeah, you're gonna have to use the smaller barrel and payload. Because of like, safety or something, I don't know.
The goal is to bomb a t-shirt from right here, literally, to the very last seat in the nosebleed section of the stadium. Thanks to Anthony's work, never again will the fine folks in the nosebleed section be robbed of an amazing t-shirt.
So we decided to start at 1/3 power in an attempt to shoot a shot like this, and then we could work our way up. But that is not what happened.
Oh my gosh!
Wow!
Anthony, what have you done? Out of the park, baby!
Es ist aus dem Stadion
And
geflogen.
not being sure if that was a fluke or not, we tried the same power level again, and this time we dude perfected the crud out of it.
Yeah!
With a
Was
bank
ein
shot off
Trickshot.
the roof.
The bank shot, baby!
And after that, we decided it was power further to 1/4 full pressure, which was killing me because if they would have let us open that to full, based off our previous test, we could have Uncle Rico'd it from this end zone out the stadium and well into the parking lot. But, you know, lawyers.
Let's have it!
And so this was our 3rd and final shot at that reduced 25%
Aber das
full
ist
pressure.
komplett krass. Wow, was ein krasser Drohnenshot.
We literally just hit the back of the seat of the very top row in the entire arena.
And that perfectly accomplished our objective down to a few inches, which was a huge weight off my shoulders because I felt like we were locked on Anthony's design, and I remember my first experiences with engineering, and I really wanted this to be a grand slam for him. And so after a few last-minute cosmetic modifications, game day had arrived.
Alter, geil. Ey, auch für den Jungen so cool.
And as the team started warming up, the stands started filling up.
Okay, we just received word Anthony is on the premises, but he's not in his seat yet, so it's time for me to go incognito.
And to do that, I needed a prop borrowed from my buddy Adam Savage.
It's a beard,
But it's like glasses.
friggin' beard glasses.
Pretty cool.
Stealing my cameraman's hat. Look like an ice road trucker. Oh yeah. You can't even tell that's me. I'm more nervous, I think, about the surprise than I am about actually firing the cannon.
So
There they
cool.
are, they just
Ich
sat
liebe einfach diese Elemente in seinen Videos. Das ist einfach so Kids auch was Gutes.
down. All right, let's do this. We're sneaking up behind Anthony. He's in his seats right now. He has no idea what's going on. This is hands down my favorite part of this job. I love a freaking good surprise. Here we go.
Er ist ein smartes Kid, als ob er das nicht checkt.
You like football? What's up, buddy? You like my beard disguise? I heard you were here, so I decided to come down and say hi.
I am shaking.
Look, I'm shaking just as much. So I've got to be honest. You know that cannon we've been designing? We designed it for this game. And at halftime, you're gonna go out with me and Jimmy Kimmel, and we're gonna fire it in front of 50,000 people.
And then the teams
Alter,
came.
wie krass kann man das als Junge so eine Kanone designt einfach. Also es ist so, es ist so geil. Es ist so geil.
Back out on the field, and the game began. And as the quarter progressed, the anticipation was building.
You got anything else planned for us?
And so with halftime just around the corner, we went to check out his
Alter, der
creation.
Junge muss so nervös sein.
What
Und
do
so
you
stolz.
think, buddy?
That looks amazing.
And I had to explain that because of his help, we couldn't go more than 25% full power.
We could crank it all the way up to 550, but that's how you bomb it out of the stadium.
That's how you break a window.
Yeah, that'll break a window.
I'm really excited.
You
Der wird ein krasser Ingenieur, der Typ.
excited? Me too. Are you nervous?
Yeah, definitely.
crazy.
All right, buddy. 2 minutes left. You ready?
Yeah.
Don't think about the 50,000 people watching, okay? Just don't think about that part.
And then it was go time.
Mark Rober, who is a former NASA engineer, he built a very powerful T-shirt cannon. You want to show it to us, Mark?
Yeah, that's right. With my buddy Anthony. He did all the hard work and designed it. I just built the thing.
You think this is going to work, Anthony?
Yeah, I definitely think so, but
Oh,
maybe
er ist so nervös. Das ist so süß.
not.
And there's Anthony already qualifying his statements like a true engineer.
We do not want to fire it directly into this section.
Do not kill anyone, Mark. We are going to be the first bowl game to put a T-shirt on the moon.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, it's gonna be loud. Cover your ears. 1.
Incredible!
Through the roof. I've been told we've been out of the stadium. We went out of the stadium.
Well, that was very exciting. Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, you're welcome. Good job, buddy. We did it. What'd you think?
That was insane.
That was all you, pal. Good job. Thanks, Jimmy.
And so even after doing our best to appease the lawyers at 1/4 power, Anthony just noped it right out of the park. So after that, we went back and enjoyed the second half,
Ja, hat nicht getroffen, trotzdem einfach krass.
as I just hoped he would remember this experience for a really long time, so that I could at least have a leg up one day when I apply to work for his company.
Er ist super cool. Er ist super cool, Alter. Das war ein richtig schönes Video. Das war voll wholesome, Mann.